Let's take a look at how to solve inequality like this one, a quadratic inequality. To solve a quadratic inequality, and the first thing we want to do is we want to move everything to one side to make one side equal to 0. So let's take a look here. If I go ahead, subtract 3 times x plus 6 from both sides, so here I have x squared minus 3 x plus 6 greater than 0. And now I go ahead and do the distribution. So here I have x squared minus 3x minus 18 greater than 0. And this, you can see, this is a quadratic function. So here, if I want to solve this inequality, first I want to find the critical numbers of x squared minus 3x minus 18. So in order to do that, so I actually need to set this expression equal to 0. And the numbers make that side equal to 0, and we call this as a critical number. Okay, we call this critical number if the number make this equal to 0. So that means we have to solve the quadratic equation first. To solve this quadratic equation, we notice this can be factored as x minus 6 x plus 3 equal to 0. So that tells us x minus 6 equal to 0 or x plus 3 equal to 0. Namely, x either equal to 6 or x equal to negative 3. These are the two critical numbers. Okay, so now when we have critical numbers, we use the critical numbers to divide the number line, okay, into intervals. So I got negative 3, I have 6 here. So now the whole number line is divided into 3 intervals. Negative infinity to negative 3, negative 3 to 6, 6 to positive infinity. To find which interval are the solutions of this inequality, we have to test which interval satisfy the inequality. I go ahead choose a number from each of these intervals. So let's take a look here. Negative 3. Okay, in that interval from negative infinity to negative 3, I choose a negative 5. That's the number I'm going to test this interval. Between negative 3 and 6, I choose a simple one, which is 0. And 6 and beyond, so here, say I choose 10. And so you can choose any number in that interval. So now I test. To test, you have to make sure the inequality satisfies the inequality. Because this inequality, you can also write this as x minus 6 x plus 3 greater than 0. So now you need use negative 5 to put into this expression, see if that's greater than 0 or less than 0. So I put a negative 5 in, negative 5 minus 6, negative 5 plus 3. So this is a negative number. This is negative number. Double negative number, okay, negative multiplied together is greater than 0. I don't have to evaluate exactly what that equal to. All I need is just the sign. Two negative number multiplied greater than 0. So this greater than 0. Now I choose 0. I put a 0 in there, 0 minus 6, 0 plus 3. And that's negative, that's positive. Multiplied together, sure, it's less than 0. So this is less than 0. The last thing here is 10. I use test. 10 minus 6, 10 plus 3. And that is greater than 0. Okay, that's greater than 0. So that's a positive. So from what we see here, the solution gonna be because we want that's greater than 0. So solution must be from negative infinity to negative 3, from 6 to positive infinity. So the solution going to be negative infinity to negative 3, and from 3 and from 6 to 10, not to 10, to infinity, positive infinity. That's all open interval because negative 3 and 6 are not included because there's no equal sign there. So that's our solution. So, and to graph this, and we can get this negative 3 and 6 here, because from negative infinity to negative 3, so you negative 3 not included, you use a circle. So you dark that side, okay, because negative infinity to negative 3, which is this. And 6 to infinity, that 6 is not included, so here use a circle. And from 6 to positive infinity, so that's what we have. So now you got the solution here.